Mamaya magtatapos.
Okay, sige. Rolling na. Rolling. All right. So, one of the questions I'm often asked is it really wise to work with friends? Or is it really possible to get into business with friends? And I guess that question is coming from maraming business partners na magkaibigan na eventually nag-aaway.
Yeah, no, nagkaka-falling out.
Yes. So I wanted to pose that question to you girls. So because we've been working together since 2017, 18. Yeah. So 10 years na, right?
Yeah, almost.
And di pa naman tayo nagpapatayan, which is great. But what do you think?
Depende talaga ito sa chemistry ng bawat relationship, I feel. Kasi dito sa setting na to, sa She Talks Asia, napatunayan natin na kaya, pwede. Pero I know of several, partnerships that didn't thrive because of misalignment. Sa umpisa, aligned, 'di ba? Kasi sa umpisa madali lahat eh. Like any relationship.
Ang daming plans, exciting,
Correct.
idealistic.
Passion.
Yeah.
Yes, parang lang relationship. Yung
Yes.
sa umpisa
May
parang
honeymoon
honeymoon stage.
stage,
Yes. So, for me, the fact na tinatanggap niyo pa rin ako hanggang ngayon.
Kala mo lang yun. Kala.
Kuan ba be? It really depends on, yun nga, babalik ako sa chemistry, personalities, at kung marunong bang magbigayan, gaano ba kataas yung level ng pasensya, at gaano ka-open, I think, yung mga people involved.
I love that you said openness because I think that it's true, no? So honeymoon stage, you're all aligned. But somewhere along the way, things change. Your priorities change also. Diba? Maybe, I mean,
Because of life stage
correct.
changes.
I mean, just when we started She Talks Asia, right? You didn't have Dea yet.
No.
And you had more time, I would say.
Oh, a lot more time. And bandwidth.
And actually, me, when She Talks Asia started, the reason I couldn't come on board from the start was because I had just given birth, and my
Yes.
priority at the time was my firstborn.
Yeah. So what's nice, I think, you're right, na openness has to be there because you cannot expect to be always on the same page all the time.
I absolutely agree. Hindi talaga eh. Well, to begin with, hindi talaga ako at the same page as you guys. Parang, iba
Don't think so.
talaga.
That's not true.
Hindi talaga eh. Achiever din ako, pero feeling ko yung skill set nyo talaga ng, lagi ko kasi sinasabi to, na ako yung si row 4 nung kabataan na nagpupumilit ngayong mag-row 1 na nasa adulthood na. But, I'm not saying I'm less than you or you're more than me. Hindi. It's not about that. It's just that you've built the habits earlier on in life. Na yun nga yung mental note ko sa sarili ko eh, na sana na nakuha ko to at na-practice ko yung discipline, yung habits ng time management, ng just doing the work as much. Dapat talaga mas nag-concentrate ako sa homework, ganun
Yeah.
ba? Yung little things like that. At bakit ako nagte-take note? Not just for myself, para kay Dea. Yun. So, but very important. So, ngayon pa lang ako parang, kailangan ko mag-reply sa ganito, kailangan gawin ko to. Kasi, yung pinasok kong industriya, medyo makasarili din talaga kami. At yun yung naging kalakaran nun. But it's not a reason for me to stay there. And that's why, through She Talks, lagi kong sinasabi na I've grown so much.
I wanna start also by introducing ourselves. Ngayon lang nag-introduce ourselves after 5 minutes. I want us, so the audience can learn more, di ba? Parang our dynamic. I want us to share our name, but also what is it that we do in SDA. Maybe the formal and the informal roles that we have. So,
Mauna ka na.
So I'm Lynn. I'm the CEO of She Talks Asia. And I'm the principal. I think sa bawat summit na may mention to, ako yung principal. And what does that mean is that I try to keep everybody in line. So ako rin, pag meetings, I tell them, okay, wait, tama na yung kwentuhan, meron tayong discuss. I'm also the one who calls out people, hopefully in a kind way. And yeah, so, yun nga, Miss Principal, yun yung role ko, yun yung official role ko sa STA. B, you,
Pero sorry lang yung principal today natin si B. Pagdating sa production,
true,
si B.
yes.
Pagdating sa mga
Sabi
oras
ko,
na,
2:30
time check
kailangan
na,
roll na,
mga
please.
madam.
Oo.
Nagpa-makeup pa kasi kami.
Hi, I'm Bianca. I am technically the Chief Operating Officer of She Talks Asia. Pero in practice and in reality, I'm anything to do with content, creative, or production. Those things, like the social media page.
and the vice principal.
I am the vice principal, definitely. When the principal is feeling a bit too friendly, ako yung strict for today. But yeah. Accurate naman. Ay, may add pala ako kay Lynn. Anything that has to do with numbers, that's Lynn. Because that is not
Negotiations.
our forte at all.
Ako rin yung bad cop. Ang dami ko parang role.
Yes.
And you, Miss Isadora?
Di sinabi mo na yung pangalan ko.
Parang hindi ka naman nila kilala. Go.
Hindi natin i-assume. Hi, my name is Iza or Isadora, as Lynn said. Ako si Iza and paiba-iba kasi. But at the moment, it's Chief People Officer. Pwede ding parang CEO din, Chief Experience Officer. Kasi ang role ko talaga, hindi ko pa rin maintindihan ano ang role ko dito. Pero sabi nyo nga, I'm the one that keeps the passion alive. Magbabato ng biglang big idea along the way na, bala na kayo mag-execute ha. Ganon. Ako din siguro yung, well, for kinaiya, yun lang, yung so far na lead ko. At salamat sa mga nag-co-lead sa akin. And sa
Anything
totoo
that
lang,
has to do with PR is you.
yes,
See,
yes,
that
sorry.
is your
Kasi kaya
number one
yes,
strength.
my number one strength talaga is dealing with people, relationships. So, if it's about reaching out to brands or like tonight, we have a dinner, sino yung magiging partner natin. Kumbaga, diretsa na ako po yung pinakamakapalang muka. And, pwede na rin sabihin natin, sinasabi ko minsan, ako yung clown ng entertainment.
You say
Mahilig
you're
sa
the
magpatawa.
mascot, pero you're the mascot and the muse in one.
M&M.
Which we need because Bianca
absolutely.
is an introvert.
Super.
Yeah. And me, I'm an extrovert, but I still get tired. Si Iza,
Energizer ba?
Energizer Bunny. In fact, one of my favorite experiences of STA, one of the things that really challenged me working with Isa is just one time we had a meeting. That day started with the morning guesting very early, around maybe 7 a.m. We were in the studio already, but we still had a meeting at 11, and then we had Pilates at 1 p.m.
Nagpilates pa ba tayo?
Yes.
Okay.
And you know, like, so we already did the morning show. Medyo pagod na ako. I was hoping kalmado lang kami. And nagkape si Iza. Kung yung energy niya usually 10, nung nagkape siya,
20 siguro.
so,
Taas.
as in, hindi siya tumitigil.
Oo, hindi
Dire-
talaga.
There, walang, and as an extrovert, I already like that, but even that's too much for me.
Oo nga.
So, yes. So,
Pero hindi mo naman pina-feel masyado, sinabi mo lang, grabe yung energy mo. No? Parang ganon. Because I think we were meeting with a brand that day. At
Yes.
talagang amphetamine yun. Parang may nilagay sila sa kape ko talaga. Yung, whoo! Na-feel mo talaga yung,
yeah. So, ang action
Pagod ka?
point,
Pagod ka?
super. As in, sabi ko nga, buti hindi kita tinapon sa labas na. As in, like, I really wanted to hit her at some. Just kidding.
ay, grabe, violent. Violent pala. Hindi. Pero talaga kasi, ang dami ko talagang energy. And actually, pinagbabawalan na nga ako ni Ben, ng asawa ko, na magsalamuha, makipagkwentuhan or anything beyond 9 p.m. Kasi I really get energized.
Yeah.
Whatever, if the conversation is in person or even if it's just on WhatsApp.
Wait, 9 p.m.? I'm so
Gusto
like
niya.
ready to sleep at 9 p.m.
No, I'm still very much awake. Anyway, that's for a different
Topic.
conversation. But yes.
Yeah. So our action point moving forward for us to work together effectively, she cannot drink coffee.
Pasip-sip lang.
Yeah, but not full.
Full. Hindi ko talaga kaya. I can't take a full cup.
Saya.
I wanna bring the question to B.
Yes.
Because you and I, we message each other every day.
Yes.
And I noticed with you, the more we work together, the more you started maybe adjusting to my, or trying to read and predict my mood also for the day.
Ay, ganun.
Alam ko, now that we've been working together for so long, and yun nga, the messaging each other, I think that started maybe pandemic, no? During days that hindi ko naramdaman si Lynn kasi we are together in
Dami
two
niyong
chat
mga
groups.
chats.
Two main.
Dalawa lang. Okay.
Ours, and then, okay
Sorry,
lang.
akala ko.
Ours, and then the one with Anna and Shelly. Kapag hindi ko siya naramdaman at all, even yung mag-react lang dun sa message, either busy siya or something's up. Yeah. So, is
Tama
that a good thing
naman.
or bad thing?
No, I just noticed na parang you make me lambing if you know I'm busy.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oo.
So,
May galing
ang
ka
galing
naman
siya,
dyan.
no?
Oo.
So, she really adjusts. So, I think the reason why we've been able to keep She Talks Asia running for this long is because we've learned to read each other's strengths and also our limitations and also our moods. And we really try to make an effort, I guess, to work with each other.
Yeah. What I want, kasi I agree, of course, with everything that Isa said. Tama ka na, openness is so important kasi parang that overrides any ego. Feeling ko,
Ito na po ako.
if it were us 10 years ago, baka ibang-iba din yung dynamic,
True.
right? Versus in this season of our life. But what I
Oo.
wanted to add is, one, values must be aligned. I think that is so
yes.
incredibly important. And then two is, one thing that I only learned in She Talks Asia, this is when we were 5 active co-founders pa, along with Sarah Meyer and Victoria Herrera.
Hello. Shout out.
You guys did something called Power Devolution, which as a non-corpo girly, wala ka, girl, ano yun?
First time ko din, girl. Hindi
Yes.
ako
So
magpe-pretend
basically,
na
they
alam ko
made
yun.
a chart, tapos nakalagay doon, kunyari,
Kanara, speakers. Who's gonna be the final decision on speakers and then who
Yes.
support.
kunyari, brand partners,
Yes.
finances, whatever. So it
Yeah.
was this whole chart that said, sino sa aming 5 yung final say or the lead on that particular thing,
I don't
right?
even
And then
remember
sino
this.
man yung second lead.
Yeah.
So meaning, alam ko na even if sobra kong passionate kunyari about
Yes.
pushing for this speaker, si ganito dyan. So, ikaw na yan. And for me, that's super help kasi parang it set boundaries.
Right.
It set clear boundaries. But also, I remember that nung present nyo yung power devolution, we all agreed, okay, ikaw na yung lead dyan, ako second lead dito, etc.
The power devolution stems from a very important concept, which is consensus. A lot of people have this misconception that consensus means everybody has to agree.
Agrees.
Yes, but actually, consensus means, in a more practical way, is that I don't necessarily agree, but I can live with it.
Ay, ang ganda nun.
Ganda,
And I
diba?
think that's how relationships work.
Also,
Like, we
yes.
don't necessarily agree on everything, ha?
Yeah, for
Kahit
sure.
values alignment, yes, but it doesn't mean that we're aligned in terms of,
Every single decision.
yes, every single decision. Decision? Decision? Every single decision is the same. Ganda nun.
Now it's easier because there's 3 of us, so merong
Yeah.
clear majority, right? But of course, when there were 5 of us, mas mahirap.
Yeah. Which I think is a good point. I think the smaller the group, the easier also to navigate the setting. Kasi the question is, can you work with friends?
Yeah.
Imagine, okay, a group of 10 friends coming together for a startup. Too many chefs in the kitchen.
Right. What I do want to acknowledge is that one privilege we have in She Talks Asia is that because it's an advocacy group, this is not our main bread and butter.
I was gonna say that.
Daming
Tama,
potential eh. Sabi nga ni Ben.
True.
We accept the blessing.
Okay, Lord.
Yes.
Ready.
So, yung mga gusto mag-sponsor, we're ready.
Di naman kami halika na.
But usually kasi financials, right? Not meeting targets or, getting new partners, that becomes
The
a source
pressure.
of conflict.
Yeah.
What I want to ask you girls is this. What should they do when conflict is already there? How do they navigate that conflict? Kasi kanina pinag-uusapan natin, how do you prevent conflict, right? But now, what if there are people listening who are in business with friends and there's already conflict? So what advice can you give them?
Ask Lynn Pinugo. Bisaya.
Ako pala kami po yung tinanong, siguro, iba-iba kasi yung nagiging reaction ng tao in that setting. Hindi ko na sasabihin ko paano ko alam to. Pero,
Wow, may pa-blind item.
saring, because some people, they just want to just step away from the business or from the group, 'di ba? Or say, let somebody else lead or try to find somebody else that will step in. Kumbaga, I'll just take the money, maybe at a lesser percentage, but I'll just be here. I'll let other people run this. But I'm still part of the company. Or may mga settings na ang clear ng boundaries. I've seen it happen na I really can't do this. I'm only until here. Ang ganda din nun. And respecting boundaries as well. Like, as we said kanina, life season. So I guess it's always good to come from a very honest place of where you are at in life. Kasi sometimes it's about, we need to raise more funds, let's say. I'm so sorry. My family is going through this. I'm not liquid. I can't give more in terms of funds. Is it okay if in this setting, kayo yung mag-usap? I think the honesty is so important. Like with me, when I tell you na I can't, I'm so sorry, I really can't right now. And that I tell them that most of the time. Bakit ganun? Hirap talaga ako with a toddler. Di ko alam paano talaga ginawa to be.
7 years old na yung bunso.
Okay. 7 na ba?
Malaki na, I know.
Meron din magkakapanahon din ako. Sabi nila paglampas daw ng 4. But anyway, just saying like hindi ko talaga kaya, is it okay? Imbis na yung umabot pa sa point na they're expecting something from you and you keep saying, I can. And then you keep dropping that ball. Kasi what happens is, the expectation is not met. So may upset sa part na to. And ikaw, you also don't meet your personal expectation for yourself. You're also heartbroken. So walang nanalo
And there's
sa setting.
shame.
And there's shame.
Yeah, diba? Because since you didn't meet the expectations you set for yourselves and what you communicated to other people, then hiya comes in and then the more you close off, right?
Correct.
For you, B.
Kilala niyo ako, I'm non-confrontational super. But if and when it comes to the point that I will have to like face it, siguro dahil ako to, ang iniisip ko that I will do is I will come into it prepared with like my case, kumbaga, but also not be defensive. Meaning you
Open.
come into it open, willing to listen to what the other person has to say. Kasi sometimes we're just looking at it from different perspectives and then when you see, kaya pala yun yung iniisip niya kasi dito siya nanggagaling. Maybe that's what I will do. Kasi thankfully, hindi pa ako. Takot ako yung umabot ko.
Bakit hindi pinag-usapan? Dalawa lang.
Tungkol sa pagiging open-minded ba kayo? Joke lang. Kaya ang ganda kasi, networking pala to. Mid-podcast, no?
Maglalako pala kami ng products.
Oo.
Yeah.
I just want to acknowledge, alam mo, ang napansin ko nga kay B, ang galing niya magramdam at ang ginagawa mo kasi sinasalo mo na. Which, minsan inisip ko nga, oh my gosh, she has too much na on her plate. Pero, naalala nyo, di ba, with the summit, we were doing invites. And again, I went to LA, hindi ko na gawa to. Ang ginawa mo, you said, I'll be the one to reach out na parang just open the door. Tapos sabi mo, I'll take care of inviting this person and that person after. And I felt so relieved because I was literally in the middle of an event. Parang hindi ko talaga kakayanin. Gustuhin ko man. I'm currently not in the Philippines in a job. Like, I can't even be on my phone. And I was really so grateful that you did that. Thank you. Parang I was like, oh my God, buti na lang. And there was not even like, ako na nga gagawa niyan. Walang ganun eh. Yung parang, wala, you just
Walang
let
resentment.
Walang
no?
resentment.
Ang
Salamat
hirap kung may resentment kasi. At saka parang why? You're all working towards one goal and one cause. Lahat kayo, you wanted to turn out well. So like, I mean, like,
I
Thank
think
you.
one important thing when the conflict is already there is
yeah,
that
what would you do? Because you're Miss
ikaw,
Conflict
oo nga, Miss-
Manager.
oo,
By the way,
oo.
siya ang crisis management expert.
Correct.
no, it's easy kasi to lose yourself when emotions are high,
Yeah.
right?
Really? I don't know about this.
No, it's true. And then to me, I think when you're working with friends, you have to also ask yourself, ano bang mas mahalaga? Itong profit or itong friendship? Or can it be both? Right?
Mhm.
And I think what is the best way to get there? The thing I think with working with friends, obviously, is that you feel more betrayed rather than if it's a stranger because what? But you're my friend. You should know me well, right? You should understand me. And then biglang nawawala yung communication, right? And then how come she can't read what's on my mind, right?
Expectation.
Yes,
Okay.
unmet expectation. So I do think that once the conflict is already there, you do have to first regulate your own emotions before expecting the other person to, you know, if they you want them to meet you at a good place, you also have to be in a good place first. And I guess going back to the values, if you chose partners naman, 'di ba, like who are aligned with your values, whether it's respect, humility, right? Then you will be able to arrive, I think, at a more peaceful solution. Now, I think the problem really comes kung narealize mo, oh shucks, yung kaibigan ko pala, hindi pala okay yung, yung character
Oo,
niya.
bagong newfound friend
Oo,
pala. I mean,
oo.
yun
Na
din
nangyayari
na
yun eh. Yes.
Kasi parang, oh my God, gusto ko tong mga taong to. Aligned kami. Again,
Yeah.
honeymoon stage.
Correct. Which is why when we started She Talks Asia, meron na agad tayong lawyers, right? Even if
Legal na usapan. Okay.
no, but it's true. Like even if they're your friends, everything has to be written down
Black and
and
white.
black and white, right? Because these are the moments when you need it the most, right? When you need something to refer to and you need something to guide you that's more objective and that will ensure fairness for everything.
Yes.
Yun lang.
Yung fairness for everything noted po. Thank you. Sana po marami kayo natutunan. Grabe. Pero pag inisip ko talaga, bakit hindi mabigat maging parte ng She Talks Asia?
You know,
Para
that's what I
sa
was
akin
gonna add. It came to my mind while you two were talking is that siguro a big help of why we are able to work together is because whenever we meet up, it's not always work. Like, we can also relax, chill,
Yeah.
talk about
Chika.
non-work things together. And I think,
Pero may nagsiset ng timeline si Lee, di ba?
Yes.
Okay, 15 minutes, I'll allot this for Chika and then we have to...
You have to get to work.
kasi that's also what builds the empathy with each other. If you know what each other's going through, what you're dealing with at this moment, you celebrate highs, lows together. So I think that has helped na parang hindi tayo puro work pag tayo magkakasama. We allot like actual human being bonding time.
Connection.
And to be honest, it's really your strength, Isa.
I know.
I love it. Own your
Oh,
strength.
thank you. I love you.
Yes.
Oo naman.
Totoo.
Parang, syempre yung mga panahon na kini-question mo, ano ba talaga yung, bakit ba ako nandito? Ano ba yung ambag ko sa grupong ito? Pero, oo, salamat. And I know that when we did Kinaiya, that was my first question to them. Let's do a check-in. This is our grassroots program for She Talks Asia, wherein we take the conversations that we have at a grassroots level and do workshops. Our recent one, which we did last year, we went to Nayon ng Kabataan and we were with the youth segment. Tama ba yun? Kasi may mga bata, merong mga teens. And then we did workshops and activities with them. And this is something that we hope we can do more of. We feel that our STA tribe actually really thrives. Oo, they really enjoy it eh. And sarap talaga to give back, di ba? To give that time, to create that impact at yun for communities.
So I wanna highlight that no na I think what you said, B, our business is so human because again there's time to get to know each other always, right? That this we're not just growing our business, we're growing our friendship. I think, Isa, something that you really pushed us to do is to keep reminding ourselves that hey, we're not just doing this for ourselves, we're not just doing this for our tribe, but we really want to reach more people. And we want to reach those people who won't necessarily have access to it. So, yes, you nurture and grow the community in that way.
Thank you. So,
Birthday mo ba?
So, darating po na halalan, iboto. Hindi, joke. Hindi, wala po akong desire na mag-public service. May desire lang talaga akong mag-serve at mag-give back. At Siguro, di ba, lahat naman tayo meron. We all want to give back. So, thank you. Ay, kinilig me.
That's really why you're still doing Mano Amiga, why I'm doing Paano
Paano
Ba
ba
To,
to?
why you're growing actor, because it's beyond, we're in that
Beyond
season of our life that it's beyond ourselves already. We want to give back and do more for the world.
So, can people work with friends? What is your final take on this?
Hell yeah.
I think it's such a privilege to get to work with friends, and it's a gift that keeps on giving. Wow. And it's something you have to work on continuously. Hindi siya pwede pabayaan, like any relationship.
My prayer and my wish for anybody watching, listening to this podcast is that you are able to find that group of friends that you can work with and grow with. Kasi life is about evolution. Your personal evolution and perhaps your evolution with your group of friends, ideally.
It's easy to take your friends for granted because they've, seen you through all seasons of your life. And when you work together kasi, that's when things become more present, meaning you start to see where someone is good at. You also see where someone needs a bit more improvement. So it's a relationship. It needs work and it needs constant work.
And nourishment.
Yes, and I'm just really grateful that I found you girls because not only are we aligned in terms of values, but I think we keep nurturing together, which allows us to create constantly. Yay! So that's it for our first episode.
Wow. Grabe yung energy ko talaga. Sensya na po. That's it.
Thanks for listening.
Ganun lang, kasimple.